Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar on staying competitive in today's HR marketplace. My name is Megan Berry and I am on the marketing team here at Jazz. Before we get started today, I just wanted to go through a couple of housekeeping items. First, we are recording the webinar and we'll make sure that everyone gets a copy of the slides and the recording afterwards. We'll also be accepting questions throughout that we will make sure to take at the end, and you can submit those at any time during the webinar through the chat function on your screen. And lastly, if you are really into social media or have something to say, you can join the conversation with us at hashtag JazzUpYourServices and follow us at jazz.co. So with that out of the way, it's time to introduce our speaker for today. We have with us Pete Lanson, the CEO here at Jazz. And Pete has spent over 25 years in leadership roles at high-growth companies, and he spent the majority of his years in the tech space, including Monster, and has deep experience in building channel programs. So thank you for joining us, Pete, and I will hand it over to you at this point.
Thanks, Megan, and welcome everyone. Great to see so many of you here this afternoon. Thanks for making time to learn about Jazz and our channel program. I want to start by just doing one brief slide on Jazz and kind of who we are and what we do and so forth. And we'll spend the majority of the time on HR tech and the evolving marketplace. And I want to reiterate one of Megan's points, and that is as we progress through this, as you have questions, just type them into the chat box and we will answer all questions at the conclusion of this. So to jump right in, Jazz has been around since 2009, so this is roughly our 7th year in business. We offer easy, powerful, and highly affordable recruiting solutions for the small business marketplace. We have thousands of SMB subscribers today. We've actually supplied to them, or our software has, over 15 million candidates. As you see, just under 250,000 completed new hires for small businesses. And we have 25 integrated product partners to ensure that we work well with all different product requirements and functional requirements within the recruiting function. We've got offices both in Pittsburgh and in Boston. I'm actually reaching you today from our Boston office. And to simplify what we do, we really kind of offer a couple things. First, we help small businesses source candidates. We're integrated with almost all of the major job boards, and all of Jazz customers can use us as a means of driving candidates into their businesses. And then secondly, we have a very robust, again, SMB-focused applicant tracking system to assist with everything from screening resumes to interview scheduling and feedback, skills assessments, background checks, offer letters, e-signatures, all the different reporting you may need to report on your recruiting function. Essentially every single thing that a small business needs to effectively compete for talent in really what is now a hyper-tight employment market. We allow these small businesses to compete effectively with much larger enterprise employment options that candidates may have, although we do so in a very affordable way. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the agenda for today. We're going to talk for a few minutes on really the evolving landscape in HR and HR tech, both the challenges and the opportunities that this means for small business HR solutions providers, and really kind of why this matters to you. We'll introduce you to the Jazz Partner Program, which offers you a way to participate in this sea change of how HR functions. Talk about some of the benefits for you, and then finally how to get started, and then of course answer any questions you may have as the presentation progresses. So first, to talk about some key trends in the HR landscape. It's probably almost cliche to say that all companies claim that our people are our most important asset. You hear this over and over from all kind of leadership roles in companies. And yet HR generally remains the last functional area funded when budget season rolls around, and when budgets, or if budgets get tight, it's the first functional area cut. So while businesses understand that their personnel, that attracting, retaining, and developing their employees is critical, they don't necessarily behave the same way, which has really led to progressive companies looking for data-driven solutions to help quantify and take some of the mystery out of HR and recruiting. So new technology solutions, HR tech, has brought efficiencies, cost savings, and performance improvements to nearly every kind of functional area within companies. You see this in product, you see it in engineering, you see it in marketing, in sales, but HR really until now. And the HR market has become really red hot right now at the moment. There's a lot of investment in this area. There are a lot of competing solutions, which creates both confusion and opportunity. There's probably no greater proof of this or proof point of this than the recent acquisitions, for example, of the $26 billion acquisition of LinkedIn by Microsoft and the recent acquisition of Monster. SMBs are increasingly turning to software to help manage what have been traditional manual HR responsibilities, such as recruiting, payroll, and benefits. And my guess is that some of you are probably seeing this as well in your day-to-day businesses. And this is happening really for good reason, as technology-driven software solutions offer greater efficiencies. It allows businesses to compete with larger providers, or small businesses to compete with larger providers on brand, on the overall candidate experience to potential employees. They're affordable, and then kind of most importantly, given that our people are our most important asset in growing our business, it leads to improved business performance and results. And increasingly, this is something that becomes measured and quantified through the advent of HR technology. So a note kind of on investment and the size of the opportunity. Solutions or technology-driven solutions almost always begin at the enterprise market, and the reason for that is fairly simple. If I'm creating an enterprise-level solution, I can, with a few sales, I can generate millions of dollars. Large enterprise companies can afford to pay a very high price point, and then often those solutions are simplified, made very easy to use, while still very powerful. The prices dropped and they head into the technology space and they move down market, and this is in fact what's happening right now. At the SMB technology space, in the aggregate, the expectation is the spending in this area will be over $700 billion with a B by 2019. So that's just 3 years from now. So this is a absolutely massive sea change of where technology dollars are going. HR will certainly participate in that investment as well. In fact, I think proportionally it may be even greater in HR, just because HR typically is behind all other functional areas within corporate America, because everything else, the solutions have been provided. HR has been really left alone until now. So why does this matter to you? Why are we all here today? And simply, HR solutions providers and service providers are now, while they are and will remain valued and trusted providers to their clients, they have to understand how technology must become a part of the solution set that they offer. Businesses are looking to technology for data-driven solutions to grow their business. And my guess is that again, you're probably seeing this now already in terms of your customers' adoption of technology-based solutions. But these will begin to make, and already are, make inroads into the small business space. They are very affordable. They are very powerful. And solutions, as we've talked about, solutions previously available to only enterprise-level functionality and price points are really becoming, the adoption rate within SMBs is very much accelerated. So rather than try and compete with this or risk a loss of business to these kind of existential threats to your existing customer base, our recommendation is to partner with this type of technology and use it to your benefit. By bringing cutting-edge solutions to your clients rather than having them seek them out on their own, it gives you the ability to expand the solution you bring to your clients. It will strengthen your client relationships. It'll certainly boost your reputation within your client base. And then for you, it generates recurring revenue in perpetuity. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So not only is it a better solution for your clients, but it's a new revenue stream for you to augment the value that you're already bringing to them, which ultimately ends up in increasing profits for your own business. So with that in mind, we wanted to talk for a minute about the Jazz Partner Program. And this is a program that allows you to bring Jazz solutions to your clients. And again, this includes candidate sourcing, it includes applicant tracking systems, and it includes the improved business performance that they enjoy by having world-class recruiting solutions. So again, you've got sourcing. I need to get better candidates. Applicant tracking. I need to get better organized. All the things we talked about at the beginning of this overview that Jazz can help offer your clients. And then they get to drive the results as well through improved performance. The benefits to you as you bring Jazz solutions, Jazz software to your clients, you're expanding the services you offer to them by using cutting-edge hiring tools. This increases the value you bring to your clients. Help them understand how this powerful technology can greatly benefit their businesses. As we talked about, it gives the opportunity for recurring revenue for you. If you bring a customer to Jazz, as long as that customer remains a paying customer of Jazz, we will continue to reward you in return for doing so, and that's in perpetuity, including renewals, including account expansion opportunity, with no sort of decreasing payout over time as some businesses do. You earn the same dollars on every sale, whether it's a new business, renewal, and so forth. And then again, your clients will benefit. Your clients will make more efficient hires, have better performing businesses with improved recruiting solutions. Along with the Jazz program, the Jazz Partner Program, we're very happy to offer sort of some of the following benefits that we think help you sell Jazz most effectively to your customers. First, customizable sales and marketing collateral. So everything you need to help your clients make informed decisions, along with, of course, your own advice, all customized to you, co-branded. We bring latest industry news to you so that you stay informed of the latest changes in the HR tech space. You would have all Jazz channel partners have a dedicated account manager on staff at Jazz ready to help you every step of the way, not only with bringing on new business, but managing your existing accounts as well and questions you may have on different opportunities and so forth. We provide updated notifications and training, all free of charge, and then importantly, free technical support. Unlike some of our competitors, we do not charge for support. We want your customers to have a great experience with Jazz, and should they have questions, we don't feel like they should have to pay extra for that. And then finally, complete autonomy. You can be involved in bringing Jazz to your clients as much or as little as you choose to be involved in. It can be as simple as referring them to a Jazz landing page, and they can try Jazz for free, and if they choose to purchase, you'll get full credit for it. Or Jazz can stay more behind the scenes. You can manage the entire sales and client relationship piece yourself, and we stay out of it, but you still have the ability to offer Jazz to your clients. And then to help you kind of not only get up to speed on Jazz in terms of how the product works, but also use Jazz to grow your own business, all Jazz channel marketing, our channel partners receive a free Jazz subscription. So you get to sort of kick the tires, if you will, and use our product free of charge. In terms of how the economics of this work, our channel program has 3 partner levels. We have silver, gold, and platinum, as you'll see with increasing payout percentages, depending on how much how much annual business you're doing with Jazz. So everyone starts at silver, all new partners do. Once they've sold $7,500, they move to 20% payout, and at $15,000, all partners enjoy a 25% payout. One thing we're delighted to announce today is simply by having attended this webinar today, all new partners from our webinar will enter Jazz as gold level partners. So it's a 20% payout. And sort of important to understanding the benefit of recurring revenue. Recurring revenue is really only a benefit to you. if your customers continue to renew with Jazz. And if they were to no longer do business with us, it doesn't matter if it's recurring, it doesn't help you so much. One thing that we have learned since in our 7 years of doing business is that customers who start with Jazz, who use Jazz, tend to be very, very happy with our products. In fact, we have about a 90% retention rate of our contracts. So people that use us tend to stick with us, and you would, of course, enjoy the same benefit and participate in that rev share, again, over the life of that customer. In terms of how to get started and how to begin with Jazz, first you can visit our website, which you'll see the URL right here, and you'll see a lot of information on the Jazz itself and the Jazz Partner Program. You can email us at the address listed here, or you can call us at the phone number also shown. And all of you will be receiving an overview of the partner program. You can see a screenshot of it here. That'll be sent out to you following today's webinar that gives a little more details and I think reprises some of the things we've talked about today in terms of getting started. So we are really excited to be in this hot space right now. HR tech represents an opportunity for small businesses all over the United States to compete much more effectively for talent. It also represents an opportunity for all of you in our channel program to bring cutting-edge solutions to your customers, especially where they're needed, in an area that has been sort of woefully underinvested in from a product standpoint, and of course participate in the revenue stream we jointly create by doing so. So I know this was brief by design, but we'd be delighted to answer any questions you may have now. So Megan.
Great, thanks Pete. So please send in your questions through the chat box. We did get a bunch that came through already. We'll take as many as we can. So first question, Pete, how do I refer my connections to the program?
Great, great question. So you have the ability to bring Jazz to your clients in one of two ways. First, you can refer them directly to a co-branded meaning your brand and Jazz's brand, landing page that will allow your customers to try Jazz for free for 30 days, ask questions. We have a dedicated team here that will support them with any questions they may have. And when your customer moves ahead with purchase, we'll know that opportunity came from you, and you will be fully rewarded as we laid out in the different revenue share tiers when that customer purchases. Alternatively, you can manage the process or the experience more closely yourself, and you can through our collateral and us supporting you, purchase the subscription yourself at a discounted price, discounted off of retail. So you would all come in as gold partners, so you would get a 20% off of retail discount in your ability to purchase Jazz's subscription, and then you resell that to your partner at whatever price you may choose to do so. And that can be, we provide, of course, a suggested retail price that you have the opportunity to sell that at whatever value you might choose to do so. So those would be the two ways you would bring your Jazz to your customers.
Great. And do you allow for international partners?
We do, actually. We have customers today from 76 different countries. We are, to be fully clear, we are not localized either from a language or a currency standpoint. So perhaps in that case it may be better for you to purchase the subscription and resell it to your partner, although they certainly can purchase through our website in US dollars. But absolutely we support international customers.
And how would we get paid, and in what frequency? Great question.
Jazz partners are paid, assuming you're not purchasing discounted subscriptions, and if your customers are purchasing from us, we would pay out your rev share once per month in the form of a check to you. And if we want to do some other more electronic means of doing so, that's fine as well. And you can work with your dedicated account manager to work through that as well. But generally, we send out checks. That's what most people prefer.
Great. And is there any cost associated to sign up as a partner?
No cost to sign up. And in fact, not only is there no cost to sign up, there's no cost for anything. We don't charge for support. We don't charge for onboarding. either you or your customers. So Jazz is entirely free to you. And in fact, on top of that, we offer you a free subscription to Jazz yourself. So absolutely no cost to get started.
Great. So what happens if another partner refers the same prospective client?
Oh, you mean if one client's referred by two partners?
Yes.
Got it. That can happen. It's generally rare, but it can happen. What we do then is it is a first come, first serve. So whichever partner brings us an opportunity first, they will get credit for that sale when it's made.
All right. A couple questions left here. Would you ever be referring business to us? And if so, how would that work?
Yes, we would. On occasion, we will have small businesses who are looking for HR assistance in areas that we cannot service ourselves. And in those cases, we would look for the closest geographically located partner who is in close proximity to that business opportunity and refer that opportunity to our active partner.
All right. Final question for today, and again, it's not by any means final. If you have any more questions, you can always reach out to us. But how can you ensure that if my client calls you directly, that they will not be offered a lower price?
Great question. What we're really talking about here is channel conflict, right? So if a reseller's customer were to call us directly and perhaps not make it clear that they were working with one of our channel partners, all of our customers and prospective customers are coded that way in our internal systems, in our internal CRM. So that'll be very apparent to whoever is from our sales team is talking to them that they are in fact affiliated with a Jazz channel program partner. And when that happens, we would refer that inquiry back to you so that you can field that question and take care of whatever that customer may need.
Great. Well, thank you, Pete. Thank you to everyone on the line for your great questions. Again, we will be sending out the slides and the recording this afternoon, so keep an eye out for those, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks again.